Hello YouTube world, this is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with the Shade Tree Survivalist, and today I'm going to work on a short video, I hope, on the venerable M1A M14 platform. Got a couple of questions and comments on my M1A transition videos, and a couple of different viewers asked some questions I think I'm going to try to answer today. The U.S. Army today is shipping out M14 rifles that have been modified with a Sage stock chassis system. And when they issue these rifles to the designated marksman, they issue them with 6 magazines. That was the first question I got. How many magazines would you carry in combat? Or do soldiers carry in combat? So the answer to that question with the designated marksman is 6. However, if it were me, I would carry as many as I could actually haul. Okay, 8, 10, 12, whatever I could actually get stuffed on my web gear. The second question is, well, it really wasn't a question, it was more of an observation. One of the viewers was not very familiar with an M1A M14 and they wanted to know a little bit more about it. So I did some research and couldn't find any of my American Rifleman magazines that actually dealt with the M14. There's a lot of articles out there on the M1A and the M14 and its service to our great nation. But I'll give you the fact sheets to start with. The M1A, as pictured here, is the civilian version of the M14. The M14 was a select fire automatic weapon. Okay, it could go either fully automatic or semi-automatic, even though for such a what we consider heavy 11.5 pound rifle, it was nearly uncontrollable on fully automatic. It's a heap of firepower in the original configuration. This weapon is a semi-automatic version. It is 11.6 pounds. Overall length is 44.33 inches long, so it's a very long rifle. The barrel length is 22 inches with a 1.11 right hand twist, and the caliber in this particular rifle is a .308 Winchester, and the .308 was the original cartridge American designation. The NATO cartridge designation is 7.62 times 51 millimeters, 7.62 diameter bullet, and 51 millimeter length cartridge, overall length. It is a gas operated piston gun that it has a rotating bolt, not like AR-15. AR-15 has a rotating bolt, but it is a completely different type of bolt. It is a very cool gas system. I'll zoom in on the front of the gas cylinder. Let me get my camera up and going here correctly. Alright, you can see where under the front of the barrel, that's where it siphons off the gas from the barrel as it is fired. And in that lower cylinder, you have a piston. And that, excuse me, I done knocked my camera way off. That piston drives back, moves the operating rod to the rear, which unlocks the bolt, driving it rearward. It extracts the fired case, ejects it. As it goes back forward, it strips off the next round and it goes into the chamber, and then it rolls back down and locks. But what I mean by cool operating system is there's not direct impingement like in the typical AR-15, M16, M4 rifle, in that the hot gases that are being siphoned off the barrel are not going directly onto the bolt face and dousing it with loads of carbon and so forth. Alright. This particular one is a loaded standard. I got it in December. I actually ordered it in October of 2001, shortly after 9/11. It was delivered to me about the middle of December 2001. I gave it to myself as a Christmas present. That was a great Christmas present, very expensive too, so just over $1,700 at the time. It has a national match GI front sight of 0.62 inch post. The rear sight is a GI match grade aperture with a 0.0520 peep hole in the rear of it. The adjustments is a ½ minute of angle windage and 1 minute of angle in elevation on those rear sights. Okay, the trigger is a 2-stage military trigger, which is match tuned to be adjusted between 4.5 and 5 pounds. It is a very crisp, very nice trigger. There's no mush, there's no grind, doesn't feel gritty. Very sweet trigger. I mean, absolutely wonderful. I'll explain about the 2-stage military portion here in a few minutes. The reasons I chose the M1A M14. Number one is its firepower. All right, 308 cartridge is a nice large cartridge and it really gets the job done. We're going to move the camera up to it so I can give you a better view of the actual cartridge. Okay, here we go. I don't have a camera person helping me today. It's no big deal as far as I'm concerned. All right. This is a 308 cartridge, if the camera can see it. Like I said, I'm working by myself today. It shoots, this is a 168 grain Winchester silver tip, boat tail bullet. It's hollow point, if the camera can see that. I'm sure it can. And it delivers devastating knockdown power out to 800, even 1,000 yards. All right, a 308 is what I believe it's the M40 sniper rifle for the United States Marine Corps U.S. Army uses. The new M110 308 sniper rifle that the U.S. military has started acquiring, which is manufactured by Knight Arms out of Florida, and uses a 308 just like this semi-automatic AR platform. It's a much improved version of the original Stoner / Armalite AR-10, but it uses 308 cartridge also. Now, since the war in Afghanistan and Iraq started, let me back it up so you can actually see the rifle here. Since the war started, they have been pulling these old M14s out of storage, and they've been updating them with either a Sage stock for the U.S. Army or a Troy Industries chassis, MCS, modular chassis system for the United States Navy and for their snipers. Very accurate. We're talking once they've upgraded them to either the Sage stock or the Troy Industries, we're talking about quarter minute of angle adjustments, and we're talking about less than an inch out to 100 and 300 yards when they test these rifles out before they're shipped out. Now, the Sage EBR, when it is shipped out, before it's shipped out to the soldiers in the field in Iraq and Afghanistan, they proof test them. They send in a target with them. They send out 6 magazines, like I said here a few minutes ago. There are literally dozens of components and modifications you can do to your rifle. Now, I haven't done any really to mine other than the fiberglass stock that you see there, and I stripped off my old camouflage. It's not really tape, it's a cloth that is not supposed to actually be left on there, but I've left it on there for years, and you can see it on the stock right there, and it's leaving some adhesive residue, and I'm going to clean that off, and I'm actually going to paint this rifle. But in the future, I am seriously considering either a Sage stock or a Troy Industries stock or even a Voltor, VLTOR stock for my rifle to make it more modern, a little bit more up to date. Let's go on a little bit further. The second reason that I chose the M14 M1A platform is its reliability. It's very tough, very reliable rifle, as long as you halfway take good care of it. You can shoot all day long, and this rifle you're not going to have to worry about it jamming, as long as you've taken the time to clean it beforehand and lubricate it. Okay, it's just like the AR-15 platform in one respect. You don't lubricate your weapon, whether it be a 1911 handgun, just about any type of rifle, shotgun, anything. If you do not take proper care of it, it's not going to take proper care of you, and it will fail you. But it is not nearly as prone to jamming as the AR-15 platform, simply because it doesn't have that hot gas and a carbon buildup on the face of the bolt. Okay. The third reason I picked the AR-15 platform is it is a very accurate system. When you fine-tune this weapon, like this one here is, national match barrel, national match trigger, national match sights, and action, when it's been all tuned up, it is a very, very accurate weapon. All right, I was sighting it in last year at 25 yards, so I'd have a 200-yard zero on it, and I'm telling you, I was having sub-minute of angle groups. And one of these days I'll actually get that daggum video up on, I had transferred it DVD, and I'm not sure how to transfer it back to the computer so that it doesn't have the DVD program, because it won't allow it to upload. So when I get that figured out, I'll get it up, or I'll just take it back out to range and make another video. Fourth reason, availability of ammo. Okay, 308 is a popular hunting cartridge, and these cartridges, like the ballistic silver tip I showed you, and they've got power point, soft point, all different types of ammo for it, are absolutely wonderful. And I accidentally shot a target stand made out of 3/8" steel rod, and it blew through it like it was made out of paper. Shot the same one a couple of years earlier with a .35 Remington in a 336 Marlin lever action rifle, and it dented it, but it didn't blow a hole through it. The 308 went through it, which blew my mind. I was really, really proud of it for that, and I hope the wind's not affecting the mic. Uh-oh.